Crazy world, as we know, but we're here to make sense out of it. Is the audio okay on the video side? All right. My apologies to everyone. Why am I apologizing? We're a little behind. We're a little behind here, but the pieces come together pretty quickly now. I was sitting in the car. I'll tell you about that in a second. But hi, everybody. Welcome to our abode here at Beasley Broadcasting Company. A bunch of people more and more people are joining our extravaganza. Do I hear? Okay, no, sounds pretty good actually.
Sounds great.
Our extravaganza every day, either by watching the computer, our television broadcast. It's not really a television; it's a computer vision or Trento Vision.
Trento Vision.
It's Trento Vision.
Trento Vision.
What a good name! What a good idea, man. I always resisted using my name and stuff, but I guess it makes sense. So, what was I going to say? Hello, everybody. People are joining the media conglomeration each and every day, and they're coming via different communication nodes. What's he talking about? Well, some people put their computer on. Those who either are retired and sitting leisurely in Charleston, South Carolina, watching this, smoking their pipe. One of our friends does that.
Yeah.
Hi to that friend.
Pipe smoking friend.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. You can watch it. At night I review some of these on the archived on TrentoVision.tv. And I start watching it and I go, whoa, this was interesting. Oh man, look at that. Oh, Mark said that. Oh, CJ. Oh, Mike said that pretty good, So you can do that. You can watch our program, TrentoVision.tv. Pretty simple. But you can also, as you're driving in your automobiles, you can push the little button on the right-hand side, 1470, and you should hit the preset. I set that in my my vehicle with 246,000 miles. As long as the radio works, it's fine. And you can do that. You can listen on WNN. You can even listen on the audio side of WNN. What is the website for WNN? WNN Radio? Oh, okay. We have to confuse it for everybody, right? If you want to listen on the website, it's not WNN. Won't get you anywhere. It's WWNN.
Well,
we're west of the Mississippi.
That's the official call letter.
That's the official call letters, correct? WW, not W. W like W Bush. WWNN. What? Radio. Okay. WWNN Radio. I have it all written here, but I don't have my glasses on. WWNNradio.com. You can go there and hit the little button that says, I want to listen to Tom Trento. We got to fix that website. It's not really up to speed yet with all of our stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Because we were only going to be here for a little while.
No.
But
Yeah.
we're like, you're a carpetbagger, man. you're an Orlando guy down here in Palm Beach. Carpetbagger. Computer, but why would you listen on your computer when you can watch it? But maybe it's just too much for you to watch, the aura that comes out of here. But you can also listen anywhere in the world on your smartphones. I think this is the way the world is going. I know this is the way the world is going. I read an article recently about the 100 most important inventions in history. And Mark, the 1,001 Muslim inventions, none of them were on the 100 most important inventions. Our United West team was in Washington, D.C. back in September. We were in New York. We went to the General Assembly to cover President of Egypt, Morsi. He didn't have to run out of the United Nations. He was, in fact, invited there. Then we went to D.C. because President Obama originally scheduled a lunch with Muslim brother President Morsi, who's in the news quite a bit lately. So we went to D.C. to cover that, and Morsi and President Obama withdrew the invitation for lunch with Morsi. And while we were there, we're seeing that more and more people can watch on their smartphones and on their iPhones, Androids, and all these different things. You have to get that application, iHeartRadio. I love radio. iHeart, but it's heart, Heart. iHeartRadio. And you go there and you get all this stuff there, but you just go in the search bar South Florida, then WNN, not WWNN, just WNN. And it'll just pop right up. You lock it in, and you can listen to us on your smartphone, smarty pants. You can do that. So if you are at the website and you look right above where all this cacophony of visual excitement takes place, you'll see the call-in number, 888-565-1470. Now, why would you want to call in? Well, I don't know. Whatever reason you want, if you have something you agree with, and we don't mind people agreeing with us and adding something. We're pretty good at what we do, but we're always looking for a little insight, a little this, your experience, who you are, what you want to say. Come into our living room, sit with us, think with us, and guess what? When you call in, I listen to talk radio all my life. I've listened to it. And you hear somebody, you hear a call in, whether it's listening to Rush or I cut my teeth in Palm Beach as a regular guest on the Jack Cole Show on another station, WGNO, north of here. I was on for a couple of years with him. And so I listened to a lot of talk radio through the years. And a caller will call in, just some old lady somewhere, and they say something that is so profound for that moment that it can impact your life. I mean, it really is amazing. Radio is fascinating because people are driving in their car. They got the air conditioning. Speaking of money, if you'd like to donate to Trento Vision, tax deductible, we're an educational organization, 501c3, all of that stuff. You can go to trentovision.tv, hit the little green thing that says donate securely right there. I'm looking at it. And you can donate securely. And we will certainly securely use your money to keep the fight alive. What is the fight? Well, our organization, our sister organization, theunitedwest.org, go to that website. We fight Islamic terrorism. That seems to be
enlighten us.
Yeah, just introduce her real quickly, Mark, and then I'll do a little more of my what are we doing in California today?
We're chasing down the Muslim Brothers in California, and who have direct, 1 degree of separation of the link from Hassan al-Banna, the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, who believes God is our purpose, Prophet is our leader, Quran is our constitution, jihad is our way, and dying in the name of Allah is our highest objective. These are the people that are doing outreach programs and going into Christian churches, and the Christian churches are laying down and saying, "Oh God, no, we're going to outreach to the Muslims." Mm-hmm.
The shock
Right.
of losing on the 6th. Our side lost. And not all is lost, though, because in these days, the true nature and characteristics of men and women who live on principle are tested. And when they're principles that are in accord with what's true, we pass the test, as did our forefathers in many significant battles against the Brits a long time ago, against the communists, the fascists, the Nazis. I mean, we've fought them all in the West, in America. And right now, Islam, particularly the Sharia-compliant component of Islam, militant Islam, political Islam, and we distinguish that differently than a human being who chooses to follow a religion called Islam. We're critiquing and criticizing and condemning an ideology, not necessarily an individual, unless that individual accepts the tenets of that ideology, and then de facto they become an enemy of the state, enemy of the Constitution, enemy of us. And that's who we're fighting today in California. We'll tell you about those guys.
Is that you mentioned something about the Muslim Brotherhood over in Egypt, which the one who is currently running Egypt, and Morsi's the president, who is the head of Egypt, who recently just got chased out of his own palace by protesters. That Muslim Brotherhood over there, I just want to make sure we're talking about the same Muslim Brotherhood.
No. The Muslim Brotherhood magically changes when you land in the United States of America.
In LAX.
When you land in LAX, if you're a Muslim brother and you have this belief system that you have been ingrained with and learned and taught and lived, once you land in the land of the fruit and nuts in California, in Southern California,
Your whole
or
perspective
Southern
changes.
Florida, everything changes, and you go, you know what? All that stuff I believe and I live for and I die for it. Jihad is the way, and Allah and more.
Well, so when Morsi left, when he flew out of LAX, he somewhere in the air he got radicalized.
Something happened, yeah.
He got radicalized because he went to USC over there, did he not, Tom? He graduated, stayed here, got his doctorate degrees
That's
and
right.
everything, fully integrated into the American society. Then when he left LAX, some magical jihad wave came over his head, and then he became
Yeah.
pharaoh of Egypt.
It's the water in Egypt. It's got to be the water.
It's got to be the water, because there's definitely a different ideology in California than there is in Egypt.
yeah,
I mean, nothing parallel whatsoever.
No.
Because they're our peace partners over there, are they not?
And according to Deputy Chief Robert Downing.
Michael Downing.
Michael Downing. Robert Downing. Robert Downing Jr.
I know. It's hard.
Yeah, I'd rather have Robert Downing Jr.
At least you get a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh man.
Michael Downing, Deputy Chief, the head of terrorism in the second largest police department in the United States, the L.A. Police Department, in conversations with us. We need to show you. Go to the United West. You can see these videos there.
Well, because Muslim Brothers evolved and changed, according to Michael Downing. Evolved and changed.
They've evolved. They've changed. They're benign, and they're like Democrats or Republicans.
And we shouldn't demonize them.
Don't demonize them.
Do not demonize the Muslim Brotherhood, because they're our peace partners now.
So the for those of you just tuning in, trying to figure out what is this all about, we are Trento Vision. My name is Tom Trento, your host. My co-host today is Mark. We're missing CJ. Where is CJ?
She's still
CJ. A little bit under the weather.
So.
I'm going to get my flu shot.
Yeah. Hey, it's flu season.
I got to do that. I go to.
It's just Flu Week's National Flu Week, by the way.
I go to Walgreens and pretty quickly, boom, boom, boom. Shot $20-$30, whatever it is. And then I get a flu. It's so stupid, this stuff. But anyway.
But it does work, so don't.
No, you
should do it.
Except for all the anti-virus.
You're just a germ. Your whole family's a bunch of germophobes.
I know. Well, yeah, if I had a family, they would be.
Your dog family.
I'm a loner. But in any event, what we exist for, the United West, is our activism organization. Trento Vision is a command and control communications hub, a communications network to educate people, but not just for the sake of, hey, I know this stuff now. Our focus, our purpose is to change the way people think so that the policies of this country can change, so that we can restore the civility and the freedom and liberty that we knew coming out of World War II, going into the greatest generation, dying off, all of that. But I think we have one of the greatest generation survivors on the line with us right now. Let's check in and see if we have one of the greatest generation survivors with us. Do we, Mr. Mort?
Yes, I love the category. This is Mort from Mozart Studios, Tom and Mark.
Right.
I've been hanging on since the beginning of the show, top of the show back at 15, 16 minutes. I wanted to correct you, Tom. It's one of the few things I can do without really stressing myself is correct other people.
I'm used to it.
It's just a matter of pronunciation. You use the word cacophony. Actually, it's pronounced cacophony.
Oh.
But you were also struggling just a little bit at the beginning of the show, and I wanted to give you a hand to explain what the Trento Vision experience is.
Okay.
It's very simple. It's radio for the eyes. It's pictures for your ears, and it's the Trento Vision experience. So welcome, folks.
There you go. That's great.
Radio for your eyes and picture for your ears. And speaking of pictures, the speaker, for those of you who are on the simulcast video side of Trento Vision, looking on your computers, you will see a self-drawn portrait of our speaker. And I see a cacophony of lines there. You're one of the greatest generation. You were in World War II, and
I was fortunate enough not to get too heavily involved in the fighting and the screaming, but I heard the noise all the time.
And you're now serving your countrymen well. Mort is our good friend, and we need to even put more stuff up. The email that we sent out the other day, and right now you're looking at his picture. If you can find the ensemble, the team, Mort did a sketch of the team. And should we tell everybody what we're planning on doing in the future here, Mort?
But first, just a moment of truth in advertising. The drawing of me flatters me unbelievably, and it's embarrassing. But it's my pen, my paper, my face, and I'll make myself look as pretty as I want.
It's pretty good.
This is a good time to expose our plan.
Well, and just let me comment on your self-portrait. In the one that I'm looking at, you actually have teeth, Mort. What's the deal with that?
It's an option.
Okay, so
and Mort, I'm not 50 pounds heavier than I am. Come on, man.
oh, now our picture. Now you have the team up there,
Hold on, I got something for Mort here.
and I look like I've haven't had a BM in a couple of days on mine, but
Hold on.
but that's okay.
I got something for Mort.
Yes.
Ready?
Well, I
Cacophony.
hope when you do it it isn't the a brotherhood movement.
No, but we have Mark's our fact checker.
Yeah.
And hang on, he's gonna check one of your facts. Go ahead.
Here you go. Ready? Here you go, Mort.
Go.
Cacophony. Cacophony.
There you go. That's from the dictionary.com website. That's
Okay,
how you
well,
pronounce it. Cacophony.
Call the dictionary up. It's cacophony.
Cacophony.
Yes, for the listeners and the viewers, Mort's last name is Cuff. So he manages somehow to weave in cuff in
In every sentence he does.
every sentence. Yes, but here's what we plan on doing. Why don't you announce what we're going to be doing, and we'll go from there.
You want me to announce it?
Yes. The idea. It's your idea, and I love it, and we're going to do it.
All right. What we've talked about doing since I have 4 brand new pens, and I'm just dying to use them and test them out.
Okay.
I thought it might be a good idea for the listeners to become involved. And everybody has a question. Everybody has an idea. And whenever they see a cartoon, it generates another idea. Gee, what would it look like if? And then they describe a situation and would like to see that in line art form, such
Okay.
as the art that you just had there. So what I propose is a contest for the listeners. And Tom, it's up to you to decide when the contest starts and when it's over. But
Do I get to pick the winners?
Yes, providing they don't submit photographs.
Okay, I will pick the winners. That's good. We got a little something going here. All right, go ahead. Keep going. It sounds interesting.
All right.
Well, the idea is that if someone thinks they have a concept for a political cartoon or a situation cartoon and they submit it and you pick it, I'll do the best I can to render it as a line art cartoon, which they will own.
Okay.
They can't do anything with it except frame it and smile at it, because if they try to use it, I'll sue them. But that's
Because you make so much money doing this, Mort.
He makes money suing people. He gives them a gift and then he sues them for using it.
well, everybody has an idea, and I would love to take the winner, and that would be my challenge, to come up with a drawing that I think suits the parameters of the what they describe. They may not think so, but we don't guarantee satisfaction. We just guarantee a finished product.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, let's make this a little easier for our viewers that maybe are out in Deerfield listening. Let's see. How would it work? Can you come up with a concept, Mark? Make believe you're a caller. What would be a concept?
Well, first of all, it would have to be written, and keep it down to 1,000 words. But try to describe the concept briefly. For instance, if you had a favorite political commentator or a political writer or something that had to do.
All right, I got it, Mort. I got it.
All right.
Chris Matthews on MSNBC is the biggest idiot in the world. Would that work? Can you draw something like that?
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
I would draw him from the knees down and have some thrill running up his right leg.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There's a rat running up his right leg.
A rat.
He's like, there's a thrill running up my leg. A rat.
Okay. We get.
And when you request the concepts and the ideas, request please that people keep it to one one idea, one
caption,
relatively
one
simple-
caption. That your one caption scene. It's a one frame scene. Is what you're talking about.
Exactly. That's precisely the way it is.
Okay, what we'll do, here's what we'll do. Once we, are you making any headway on the website, Mark? Mm-hmm. You are. All right, well,
I talked to Tim this morning.
we're going to redo the Trento Vision site, and we should have a little place there for suggestions and a couple of his pieces for illustration reasons. And then people can do this. They can send it to Tom at trentovision.tv. They can call up 888-565-1470 to discuss an idea. And then a couple sentences, kind of frame it out. We'll send it to you. And you go, I need more information, and we'll get that. Well, we'll make it work. And then how long before they can have a one of your drawings in their grimy little hands?
Usually it's about 15 minutes.
He is actually quick.
But I don't want to spoil the audience, so let's stretch it out to a week or 10 days, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, he actually is very quick and very talented. He really is.
And it could be, what I saw a funny bit today on TV. I think it was Conan did it. He had the United States going off the fiscal cliff. Did you see it?
No.
It was a map. It was like a grade school map of the United States with all the states different colors, and the United States actually went off the cliff, and it bounced from the fiscal cliff into the Whitewater Rapid River, and it went down the river, and it was taken up by an economic storm, and it wound up in the polluted Niagara Falls, and then it wound up in a sunny beach somewhere.
Was that all in one panel, Tom, or was it?
It's all one panel, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
That's funny.
So,
If I may, stress that all communication is directly with you, and I communicate only with you. So I don't get a lot of people talking because I won't respond to them.
Okay.
oh, you're a tough guy, man. Yeah.
You're getting all serious on us.
No, I just like to do things perfect. It's my way or no way.
Okay, and the hoi polloi gets in the way. We understand. Well, thank you very much, Mort. We are going to publicize that and promote it.
A parting thought for you.
Cacophony. Cacophony.
I'll tell you what, Mort. Let's up the ante here. Can you do a drawing of the concept so we can put it up when I talk about it? People can see it.
Oh, yeah. Someone down the
stumped
gauntlet.
him. We
Someone down
stumped
the
him.
gauntlet.
Did I tell you about our new pricing structure? yeah. Let me work on something to see how well I can communicate with a line.
Yeah, right.
Because by your own admission, we are, we're pictures for your kneecaps and music for your nostrils, or whatever it was. That's what we are here. So, all right,
I hear my mother calling me.
All right, see you later, Morty. Thanks.
Get your nails done. Get your nails done.
That's Mort Cuff. Mort Sart. He is
Highly talented artist.
In all seriousness, he's a highly talented and successful artist. He has illustrated books. A book on the White House he did. He's commissioned by the White House at one point to do a book. He's done drawings, and he's just simply amazing. And one of the ways in which he contributes to the movement to fight political Islam is and maintain the conservative movement in the United States of America. He volunteers his time for many years now and shoots photographs of the events, then compiles a book of photos for whoever it is. He's done it for us hundreds and hundreds of times, and for Alan West, for anybody out there in the public eye. And then those photos are used for promotion or for personal use, whatever. So it's invaluable what Mort does. So we love him dearly, thank him, and this will be pretty exciting. So what it is, folks, you can have a commission drawing by Mort Sart, your idea. We pick the winners, so my relatives are going to win all the time, but that doesn't matter.
And FYI, to have something like that done would cost you, easily hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, so it's actually
a cool little thing.
It's a cool little thing that you can have for yourself, and it's something that we can do for you. That actually Mark can do for you. He's doing all the work.
So come up with your ideas, sort of a concept for a cartoon. Send them to us. We'll pick maybe a winner a week or whatever. We'll do something like that. See, we got to keep the guy alive. You know? Send him,
You can give him something.
send him some gruel and beer. Keep Mort alive. While we're keeping Mort alive, we want to keep Peter Feynman alive.
Yes.
Also, too. Peter is one of our sponsors and our friend, attorney, academic, activist, author. Feynman, F-E-A-M-A-N, FeynmanLaw.com. If you need, and there he is, if you need a lawyer in Palm Beach County or in any county in the state of Florida or even elsewhere, he could either do the work or refer someone for you. I had a friend who needed there goes the blimp. Look at that. Oh, how nice. I had a friend who needed some divorce help. And he doesn't do particularly divorce work, but he referred a person to a divorce attorney, and they were very, very happy with the referral. So when you got, it's hard to find a good lawyer. You know?
It really is.
So many lawyer jokes out there. This guy is a solid Christian. He's the national committee man for the Republican Party for the state of Florida.
Author.
He's an author, a couple of books on Islamic jihad and these issues. And he will be our guest host in here on, I believe it's Friday, January something or other. I'll give you the exact date. The 11th. Friday the 11th, Peter Feynman will be sitting where I'm sitting.
Okay.
So you'll be sitting over there. And CJ. I will be, I have to go speak in South Carolina. I'll be speaking in South Carolina at a convention there. I don't like missing, but it's the way it worked out this time. But I will be calling in reports every hour, which will be good from interesting event, a convention. It's actually a Tea Party convention.
Oh, really?
Oh, Joe. We're supposed to have Joe on today. Joe, if you're listening, call me up. Joe Dugan, who's running the whole thing. I forgot, Joe. Got a little buried in the Muslim stuff. But Joe Dugan, if you're out there, anybody know Joe Dugan in South Carolina, tell him to call in because he was going to give us an update on it. I'll call him during the break. But Peter Feynman will be sitting here, and you'll have a wonderful time with him. He has a son, as we told you, who's a Marine, intelligence in the Middle East right now. Things are heating up in the Middle East. There's Peter's book, Wake Up America, and his other one, The Next Nightmare. The Next Nightmare. Okay, that's Peter Feynman. Another person we want to tell you about, too, I think he was on the other day, Rich Swire, Dr. Rich Swire, good friend of ours.
WatchDogSwire.com.
Yeah. What we're doing here as the Command and Control Center for the counter-jihad / conservative movement in the United States of America, from an activism point of view, we're turning you guys on to good places to get good information. There's millions of places to go.
Right.
You can spend an hour and a half trying to find a good website. If you go to watchdogwire.com, Watchdogwire, they're citizen journalists who are the watchdog against the government's inefficient use of money, extreme taxes, all the key fiscal conservative issues, and national security. So if you want a quick read, it's an aggregated website, which means somebody spends a lot of time finding the good stuff floating out there, put it in an easy-to-read format, quick reads. They're 600-word articles. Rich writes a lot of them. Watchdogwire.com, great place to go. And we've renamed Rich
WatchDogSwire.com.
Watchdog Swire, but that's not the website. It's Watchdogwire. So those are a couple of our...
Speaking of citizen journalist.
Yes.
If you want to become a citizen journalist, if you have a desire to become a citizen journalist, and you are looking to break your teeth on getting great stories.
What is a citizen journalist?
A citizen journalist is someone who can go out there and get a story and get it. And we have the conduit, we have the contacts to get this all the way up to the highest people in the world. And a lot of our information, a lot of our videos, we get on Breitbart, we've been on MSNBC, we've been on CNN, we've been
Fox,
on Fox all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean,
millions of millions.
One of our guests today is one of the
regulars on Fox.
Is a regular on Fox, Ryan Murrow. And so, I mean, we have contacts to get your story to the right people, and you don't have to go through the filter of the liberal media in the local news area who, if it doesn't fit their ideology, they're gonna can it. Okay, so for example, this Friday coming up, there's a event happening down in Miami, and we're going to be there. But if anybody else wants to be there to grab footage of the Quasi brothers and their recent arrest by the full-blooded Italian organization to providing weapons of mass destruction in the area, we'd love someone to come with us and help us out with that story. So those type of stories, any other type of stories that you feel that are important that need to be brought up, that you can get good footage of, do great reporting on, we are your conduit for the world. And you don't have to worry about getting the context to Fox News, and we can provide those for you. So,
well, and it's even better than that. All you have to do is you have to have a pen or a computer and an interest in covering a story. And these are usually, you can do it in two ways. You can do a news story. For instance, this hearing in Miami, a couple of us will be over there this Friday morning. This hearing will be a news story, just basically reporting on the facts. Or you can write an opinion piece. You could take an issue and then write your opinion about it. But it's always difficult for people who really don't know how to do this stuff to get going. Guess what? Watchdog Wire has workshops all the time where they bring people in with no experience, but an interest in what's happening.
They have a passion.
Teach them how to do it.
Say you're a journalist coming out of you study journalism and.
No, you don't even know. It's for citizens.
No, it's for citizens. But just say you're a aspiring person who has a journalism degree coming out of college, and you keep running into the walls, and your ideology is, I don't really want to go to a liberal news organization. Well, we can help you get the bona fides and get rolling.
Absolutely.
Put on your resume.
All right, here's what we're doing today. So that's a little bit of helpful information for you. Today, our focus is going to be, our title for today is Useful Idiots and the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay? Useful idiots, Christian useful idiots right now we're talking about, and the Muslim Brotherhood.
Exactly.
The heck is that all about? Well, here's what it is all about. We've identified an event that's taking place on December 15th in Pasadena, California. We are an organization, Trento Vision, that connects the dots and then provides information so that we can fight the jihad in the United States of America. Tom, there's no jihad in America. Nobody's shooting or killing anybody. There's two types of jihad. One is kinetic, which has physical activity to it, where you use a stick to hit somebody over the head. If that doesn't work, you use a metal bar. If that doesn't work, you use a knife. If that doesn't work, you use a gun. If that doesn't work, you use a missile and a bomb and everything else. Kinetic. That's what wars are all about. Killing and destroying the capability of the enemy. There is an Islamic jihad that has become kinetic worldwide. The jihadis have picked up weapons. They're trying to kill either people in areas they're trying to conquer, like the Taliban right now in Afghanistan, or Al-Qaeda. All of these are united by the same Islamic ideology. But there's another type of jihad. It's called a cultural jihad. All right? 2 points. One, kinetic jihad, using weapons. Cultural jihad. And to really bring this home, let's take the Afghan jihadi with his Afghan garb on and his turban and his AK slung over his shoulder and his sandals, and they're fighting in the valleys and the hills and the mountains of Afghanistan. Well, take that guy down to Karbala, clean him up, stick him on an airplane, fly him to New York. He gets greeted by some friends there. He doesn't keep his crazy clothes on and his turban and all of that. He goes and gets cleaned up. They put a nice Armani suit on him. They put him in a position of some, mid or upper level management in some Islamic organization, whether it's all connected to a mosque. This is what the FBI does, folks. They track all of this stuff. That same guy comes in, takes a position in the United States, and his goal is the cultural jihad, to fight and defeat America on a cultural level by influencing people from an Islamic political Islamic point of view, to change their lifestyle, to accept principles of Islam that we would normally just reject, de facto out of hand, and then implement a 10-part plan, all written down. We'll tell you about this kind of stuff. This is the cultural jihad that started in the United States right around fill in the blanks, 1963. Okay.
Well,
Well, in '63, the Muslim Brotherhood was started at Champaign-Urbana in Illinois. Wonderful university down there, University of Illinois, at Champaign-Urbana, two little towns together. And now, why did the brothers go there? It's an interesting reason, but they went there because there was a key financier financing the movement, located there. Brought Muslim students in, started the Muslim Student Association, MSA, which is an unindicted co-conspirator.
In the Holy Land Foundation trial.
So the cultural jihad in the United States started in 1963, going after the university to implement a philosophy of political Islam in the United States in the academy, 1963. How many? Anybody know? How many? Anybody know out there? 888-565-1470. How many campuses are the MSA, Muslim Student Association? In some places they call it the Muslim Student Union.
Right.
How many campuses are they on now in the United States of America?
More than one.
Yes, the answer is, as of a few months ago, 600. They're on 600 campuses.
I thought 632.
Yeah, and they've been tactically developed in universities that have a progressive possibility of accomplishing a unique objective for the Muslim Brotherhood in that particular region.
This is the same.
For instance,
this is the same Muslim Brotherhood which Hassan al-Banna founded in 1928.
Same thing.
Who said, "It is the nature of Islam to dominate, not to be dominated, to impose its law on all nations, and to extend its power to the entire planet." That's the same one?
Same group of little fun boys. One of the campuses that they located on is Georgetown in Washington, D.C. Now, why would you go to Washington, D.C.? Why would you go to Georgetown? Well, through the years, they established to be a pretty effective organization. The Muslim Student Association at Georgetown developed to becoming quite substantial. And one of its former members, not just a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, Muslim Student Association, but one of the leaders of the Georgetown Muslim Student Association, went on, was in charge of the social committee, which is a whole nother story. But this particular individual was a student at Georgetown, became a Muslim Student Association member, rose to the ranks of leadership at Georgetown, headed up the social outreach committee. This person's a female. Person then got in through the connections, political connections of the Muslim Brotherhood in Washington, D.C. They've been here since 1963. This happened back in the 90s now, 30 years later.
Right.
This young lady got a little appointment to be an intern. You know, everybody's an intern once in a while in their life.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Well, this was an intern to the First Lady, to Hillary Clinton in the White House. So Huma, H-U-M-A, Huma Abedin, A-B-E-D-I-N, Huma Abedin in the 90s left the Muslim Student Association, where she was part of the Muslim Brotherhood.
An unindicted co-conspirator in Holy Land Foundation. But go ahead.
And she went into the White House and became a personal confidant and aide to Hillary Clinton. When Hillary and Bill left the White House, Hillary became a senator in New York. She took Huma with her. Huma was her right-hand woman while she was a senator. And once Hillary lost to Barack Obama in the primary process, Barack Obama won the presidency 2008. He selected Hillary Clinton, whose right hand, she was referred to, Huma Abedin, as the bag lady for Hillary because she carried all the important papers and personal confidant. Huma Abedin became the number one consultant and friend, close confidant to Hillary Clinton when she became the Secretary of the Department of State, Secretary of State in the United States of America. And right now,
So of course she had a full security clearance briefing and everything like that. We're sure that
right now this this administration has come under question by 5 members of Congress, led by the Minnesota Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, who sits on the Select Intelligence Committee in Congress, in the House. And their job is to watch over the intelligence agencies to make sure no spies get in. A question was raised about the security clearance, as you just mentioned, of Huma Abedin. This was back on June 15th of this year. And all hell broke loose. And the three-headed, I'm doing a quick review here of where we're going with today's show. The three-headed John McCain back then started yelling at Michelle Bachmann and others for questioning the character of Huma Abedin.
that's the whole point of a security clearance. It's the whole point of a security clearance is to look at the character relationships associations. It's absolutely 100% what they do with a security clearance. But go ahead. We're not allowed to do that anymore. Okay.
And why did Michelle Bachmann want Huma Abedin checked out? Not just because she was a member of the Muslim Student Association at Georgetown. Oh, parenthetically, what country gave $20 million to Georgetown to fund a chair called the Chair of Islamic and Christian Understanding? There's a chair at Georgetown entitled the Chair of Islamic and Christian Understanding. And the way a funding of a chair works, somebody gives a lot of money to set up a department within a university that has a particular focused objective. And $20 million was given. I'm going to tell you who it was given by in a moment. This is connecting the dots, folks. We're having a little lesson here on the Muslim Brotherhood's infiltration of this administration in the year 2012. $20 million given several years ago, and the chair was established to have Christians and Muslims come together at Georgetown and develop a harmonious understanding and to accept Islam and have Christians join with Muslims and teach. Guess what kind of students go to Georgetown? Oh, students that are going to go into foreign offices, foreign affairs, into the Department of State. It's a training school for future diplomats going throughout the world. So you fund a chair at Georgetown for $20 million. You call it the Chair of Islamic and Christian Understanding. You hire Esposito, who's a dyed-in-the-wool pro-Islamic apologist, to head up the department. You bring in the Muslim Brotherhood to teach a global view of Islam accepted. You train the future diplomats in America to go out and now bring this ideology of Islam as being a benign and benevolent partner in global peace throughout the world. Guess what country funded that chair?
A person by the name of Prince Alawid bin Talal.
Well, I'll make it easy. Guess what king on the first year of President Obama's administration, 2009, guess what country the king that he bowed down to represented? Remember, he bowed down to a king and everybody went, oh my God, he's bowing to a foreign king. What country was that king from? Starts with an S. 2 words, S-A, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia funded a $20 million chair to teach people about Islam who are going to go into foreign countries and help Saudi Arabia spread Islamic doctrine in foreign countries. And Huma Abedin is in the center of that whole thing, Muslim brother.
And also that fund has many other organizations, which is Prince Alawid bin Talal Islamic Studies program at Harvard.
It goes on and on.
Cambridge, Edinburgh, Cairo, obviously,
The-
and American University in Beirut. So this is actually,
This is
a big, huge, massive fund.
This is high-level academic evangelism for Sharia-compliant Islam worldwide in the United States. Now I'm going to take it down to another level.
And it just relate is If you don't know who Alawi bin Talal is, that's the same Prince Alawi bin Talal
Tell him,
that
yeah.
Rudy
We got about 1 minute.
Rudy Giuliani, after 9/11, Alawi bin Talal came up and handed Rudy Giuliani a $10 million check, says, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. You have to take responsibility for this bombing, that America had something to do with it. And Rudy said, no, take your check and put it where the sun don't shine, and told him to get the heck out of New York. And also, Alawi bin Talal is also the second largest holder.
Well, what
of
he
Fox
did,
News.
now that happened at 9/11. Prince Alawi bin Talal, he's a slimy guy. I mean, Countach, Ferrari driving, womanizing all over the place. And he comes in and does what you just said, Mark. It was Rudy a $10 million check. Rudy tells him to get lost, get out of New York. He didn't get out of New York.
No,
He went from Lower Manhattan. He drove up Broadway, 20 blocks, 30 blocks to News Corp. And he said, Rupert Murdoch will take my money here. No, was it Murdoch?
Yeah,
Rupert Murdoch will take my. His mother just died 2 days ago. Rupert Murdoch will take my money, and he bought himself a position on the board. I think it's 9% now. Position on the board of News Corp. Yes, the Saudis own part of Fox News.
Second largest stockholder of Fox News.
Now, guess why Fox has decreased their aggressive. This is only the past couple of years this happened. So we're connecting all the dots to show how there's a global effort to Islamize the world. Islamize means to convert people either to believing in Islam or submitting to Islam. Those are the two options. There's a global effort going on. Now we're going to make a transition in the next 2 hours to an event that's taking place here in the United States of America, in Pasadena, California, where in just about a month the Rose Bowl will be played. Beautiful game there. Who's playing in the Rose Bowl? Do we know yet?
No.
I don't know. Okay.
I know who's playing down in Miami.
There's an event. Yeah. I'm going to try to go to that game. We got to go. There's an event at Pasadena, California on December 15th that illustrates exactly what we're talking about on a national level. The effort to extend the Muslim Brotherhood's reach into the inner fibers and woof and warp of society in the United States of America through the Christian church. What was the name of the chair that was funded in Saudi Arabia, the Islamic and Christian Chair of Understanding? Muslims want to co-opt useful idiot Christians into carrying the water of Islam to change this country into a country that will eventually become Islamic, but at least immediately tell Israel to take a walk. That's where all of this is going. Stay tuned. We're going to take a little break right now. We're going to come back and tell you all about California, why it impacts you, and what we need to do about it. Tom Trento, Mark Campbell, Mike, we'll see you in a little bit.